One of the most storied and beautiful venues in college football, Mickey Stadium. Nearing the midway point of this season, Week 5 in our coverage of EA Sports College Football. It's the Rice Owls and the Army Black Knights. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Thanks, guys. Checking in with the Owls head coach before the game. He has great confidence in the line of scrimmage and their ability to run the ball today. That's because he has got an experienced back. With a freshman quarterback, if he doesn't like what he sees, he can hand it off, and they will plan on having great success up front. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. And he takes this from inside the 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Owls offense going to get the chance to start this game off. And coming out to lead this squad is Corey Daly, a freshman prospect from Texas. Last time out, a solid day in a victory, throwing for more than 200 yards and a couple of scores.
And Reese, man, he has been really, really good to start this season. Last week, excellent. But you do got that one loss on the ledger. But they've trusted him. They've put it in his hands. I think you want to see the consistency from the offense, Jesse, as it continues to grow, continues to get better throughout the season. But I've seen some great flashes.
Yeah, the amazing thing is when you talk to people on the inside of the program, they'll tell you if he can keep being consistent, play the way he did last week, they think they can go to the college football playoff. You mentioned the loss they have early in the year. They can't afford another one here in the middle of the season. He's got to play great today. But very quietly, they believe this could be a special year if this guy plays well. It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Right side, it's Thurman. They're able to make the stop, but he is beyond the line to gain. It's first down, Rice. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. You know, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
Back to pass, it's Daly. In the backfield, it's Montgomery. And just when you think you've seen every move, he's got another one, and he's out to the 40.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space. In the passing game, they better make sure they get a lot of hats to the football. They've got their hands full.
Trying to squeak through the pile. He's stopping. He's got enough to move the chain.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond, and the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
They'll ride him again. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. They're setting the tone on this opening drive. 10th play coming here on 3rd and short. He'll take it himself. They're able to make the stop, but he is beyond the line to gain. It's first down, Rice.
And that will go such a long way in deciding this football game. Who can win these short yardage situations? Who can be the more physical team? And this offense right here showing the work up front.
Makes a grab and headed to the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Rice.
And that is exactly what you love to see as a head coach, watching your offense take the field, first drive of the game, and you're methodical, and you take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Army's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And now we see Dawson Pendergrass. He's one of the top runners in the sport, and certainly they'll go to him early and often.
Well, it's been a lot of fun to see this running back put up video game type numbers early this year, but guys, he has not played a run defense like this yet. This is his first real test of the season. He's going to have to be tough. He's going to have to break tackles, have great contact balance, and you got to hold on to the ball. We know this defense prides itself on creating fumbles and causing havoc, so we'll find out just how good this guy really is after this game.
Offense gets set for second down. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Out wide left, it's Dickens. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. What a play all the way inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 29.
And one of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. They'll need a bunch on second down. A designed run for the quarterback. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan. And the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand. And more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a fourth quarter game.
Well, they handed it off to the fullback, and a nice job by the strong safety coming downhill and making a tackle on a big physical ball carrier.
Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. They'll send the back in motion. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on downs.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Oh, that move is going to leave them dizzy.
I'll tell you, when you start a game as well as this guy did on the opening drive, you're going to earn more touches later. And finally, they hand it off to him here on the second drive. But he's really shot out of a cannon in this game. Really like the way he's running right now. He's running hard. He's running with authority. They need to keep giving him the football.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Owls have a lot of options on second and inches. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. To the air, it's Daly. Unloads to the right. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Oh, that is a throw that is just going to haunt this quarterback. He had his target wide open, running deep. That should be a touchdown, but the QB overthrew him. That is going to haunt this quarterback tonight.
There he goes. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Just the end of the period, and Rice is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw. In traffic, it's Upshaw. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
A strike downfield. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers.
Come on, defense. What are we doing? I mean, you can't miss this guy. He's like literally the biggest dude on the field. That time, completely wide open. That's way too easy for the offense. He caught the football. There was nobody even near him. Someone on defense has to locate this guy. They've got to communicate to each other if they're passing off in coverage. You can't let that guy be that wide open.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Back to throw, it's Daly. Here comes the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
Quarterback now has to make sure his guys are dialed in. You can't make any more mistakes. Giving up a negative play on 2nd down by the goal line, you've got to be really smart with this football.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Owls. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive.
Number 22, set to kick off.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. The Black Knights offense will go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
On the option. Turning it on. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
Fresh center downs going to the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Anderson. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Black Knights have it with a 1st and 10. Gives it. Here's a little room there. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Hey, you could see this defense. They are back on their heels right now. This offense very much in a groove, in a rhythm. They've got to find something to disrupt this. Right now, they're doing what they want, when they want, how they want. This defense got to answer the bell.
And the Black Knights, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Grab behind the line. It's Suggs. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Looking for the edge. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And I like the run there. The offense doesn't have to press. They've got some time still left before the half. And more importantly, they've got to cut into this lead. They're down a couple of scores. This would be enormous. The locker room will feel so different if they can punch this in for a touchdown before the half.
The give to the big fullback. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Looking downfield, it's Daly. He's going for it all. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
Gets rid of it. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better...
Trying to burn this defensive back. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Trying to make one miss. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive points.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Gets the back moving. Second down, gonna throw it. On the run, fires downfield. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down. They've been completely lethargic in this first half, but finally some signs of life.
And we've seen it, Reese, throughout time, throughout college football history. You get that one big play, momentum starts to come in, and I don't know what it is. It changes everything. Maybe that's the play they needed to finally get some points on the scoreboard before the half.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. He's looking to pass. Flip it out to the back on the screen. He stopped at the 27-yard line, needed a little bit more to pick up that first down, and now they have a decision to make. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. Absolutely perfect. Now the lead is down to 11.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Gets it out nearly to the 35-yard line, corralled and brought down. They'll mark it at the 34. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. They've been outstanding here in this first half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time high. Great first half. I'm going to get more, Palmer. I'm not scared with the lead.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Looking to throw, it's Daly. Left side is Hamilton. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Soft spot in the middle. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Rice rushes to the line.
This offense is trying to build on this lead right now, playing with tons of confidence. What a nice job there. Pass protection, quarterback doing a really great job, seeing the defense, reading the coverage, and being on the same page as his intended target. It's a big pickup for the offense, and here they go. They're trying to score more points.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Timed him perfectly to knock him free and forces the 3rd down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down.
And this offense stays aggressive, and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, 3rd and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing.
A shot toward the end zone. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update. Rice ready to kick off and get things started here in the second half. From inside the 10, here he comes. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Before we kick off the second half, Holly Rowe, what do you have?
Hey guys, the Owls head coach told me at the half their defense has done a terrific job so far, and today they're kicking off here to start the second half. That defense has got to step up again because they are facing a really stout running game. They've done a good job in the first half, but I will let you know how this continues to build here in the 3rd quarter. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. The Black Knights with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So that penalty is going to cost them the 1st down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. The penalty pushes the offense back for this 2nd down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Keeps it himself. And he stopped right there, no gain on the play.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Now on the move. Breaks into the open. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. And the Black Knights have it with a 1st and 10. Trying to get the corner. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Hands it off. Quick spin on the run. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. The Black Knights pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They're going to ride this running back. They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
We've already seen the gifts he has, man. You've seen him dance. You've seen him rush, like really good speed. That's what we talked about coming to this football game, trying to get some negative plays. A better job by the defense there, being aggressive, getting to him, and getting the sack on that play.
Stopped immediately. Might have gotten a little cute with that run on 3rd and long, and they got nothing to show for it. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. He splits the uprights. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
The Owls offense comes out ready to go to work. From the gun, it's Montgomery. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air, it's Daly. Out wide right, it's Upshaw. Smashes through the tackle. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Drops back on 1st down. On the boundary, it's Upshaw. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. Straight ahead, it's Montgomery. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Wants to throw on 3rd. Hauls it in. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning 2. That was beautiful.
Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Montgomery. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Pulls it. He'll toss it. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short.
And I like what this offense did. They run the option. They're good at it. They read it. They run the pitch. They get some positive yards. But more importantly, they set up a 4th and really short. They're successful in these situations most of the time.
Makes the grab. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the 4th down, and it paid off. The Owls come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Quick give. It's Montgomery. Gets away from one. He's got space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
And there is no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can pave holes, like running back now runs through them, successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock can tick with the physical ground game late in the game. That's how you finish opponents off.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
So the final period starts with a second down play. Running inside, it's Montgomery. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Third and long, and they'll need to get it close to the goal line to convert. To the air, it's Daly. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And I like what this offense did, man. They stayed aggressive. They were trying to get the first down through the air. But here's the good thing now. You punt the football away. You trust your defense. You got the lead late in this football game. One more stop, and there's a good chance you get the W.
And he got it! And now the lead is extended a little further.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the fourth quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. Giving up that last field goal really ratchets up the sense of urgency for the offense on this drive. From the gun, running back on the move. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Uh-oh, look out. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those deep...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Got to make the play on 4th. Oh, pressure's coming. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And you had to. I mean, the offense had to be aggressive. You're down multiple scores. You needed to make something happen right now. You had to be aggressive. I think you had to go for it on that 4th down. Now, obviously, the game's looking like it might get out of hand.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Daly. Going to try to get it himself. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
You know, we don't see this very much in college football anymore. Quarterbacks just taking care of their bodies and making smart decisions. Get down on the ground so you don't take one of these big hits from these nasty defensive players and just give yourself a chance to make it through the rest of this game.
They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. The give. Oh, he's got some space. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Takes a shot. All by himself. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
And he's brought down after a short gain. And the Black Knights want to move quickly.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Under pressure. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. Going to take a shot on second and short. Makes a catch. And he will score. Touchdown, Army!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Owl offense is out there to get this drive underway. We'll see if they go into a 4-minute offense, try to bleed the clock, or will they stay aggressive with a couple of minutes to play? Moves the pocket. It's Daly. Might have led him a little too far. He's able to make the catch, but can't get the feet down in bounds.
Personal foul. Unnecessary defense.
A little too much aggression there. Cross the line, and they'll back up after the unnecessary roughness call. The offense likely to lean on the run to milk this clock. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Might as well run him again. Stopped right there. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Right side, it's Thurman. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. Rice going to work with another 1st and 10. Hits inside, it's Montgomery. He get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down.
You know, every running back thinks about the 100-yard barrier every time they take the field, and this guy, you know he's got it in his mind. He might be the only one in the stadium right now that knows he's got 97 yards rushing here in the fourth quarter. You know he is begging his coach just for one more carry to get that mark.
They'll give it to him again. They got it blocked just enough, and a good gain on that run.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through him.
Brought down after a big run, and that is the way to put an exclamation point on this one. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee.